Hello, this is day one of me recording my trading journey, doing a video documentation. So um, I'm gonna open my trading view. I don't know if you can see it. There it is. So I'm gonna go to trading view, which I'm using, and I have currently two accounts. One is a funded account on FXify, and if I can show you, yes, one is a funded account on FXify, which is right here, and the next is I'm in the challenge phase, first phase of FTMO on here. And so this is my FXify funded account. I am almost it's funded already, so but you know, maximum drawdown is 10%, and I only have $67 left to hit maximum drawdown and blow this account, which is funded, and I haven't made the withdrawal yet. So that's why I'm in a trade with, if I can rotate, show you my quantity. I'm using a 0.1 lot, and if I centralize this back, so this is where I'm at. And what I'm also doing is creating a strategy to make my trading automated. And the strategy that I have been testing, if I go to my strategy tester, let me flip this. Okay. There we go. If I go to my strategy tester, you would see I have a strategy report. It's just not you, it's you. Boom. So this is my strategy report. I've been testing a strategy. If I can shift myself. Okay. Let's go up. So you can see the date from July 31st, 2025 to date, January 19, 2026. Started with $100,000 testing this strategy, and in half a year it's up $232,000, as you guys can see right there. And so I have the trades documentation from the strategy right here. It's taken 58 trades, taken 50. It's taken 57 trades, and it's been and we've won 9 out of 57 with a 15 almost 16% profitable trade, but the profit factor is good, and our max drawdown, which you guys can see, is 33,000, and our total P&L, we're up 233,000. And so yes, so this is an overview, and it's currently in a trade right now, floating trade with $8,000 in profits, and we have a net P&L of 225,000 in total. We've made 373,000 and lost 148, so our net P&L is 225 from 59 trades, from 58 with 59 currently on floating right now. So we're doing really well. One thing that I would want to limit from testing this strategy is there's multiple losses. We have too many losses, 48 losses from here. So what I have done then is to create alerts. So if I go to my alerts, let's shut this down. If I go to my alerts on here, so I have 2 alerts because the trades are taken. Trades can get entered on EMA crossing on a 50-minute time frame, which I can. Let's start actually from there. So on the settings for the trade, we are using EMA time frame, and I'm risking 1.5%. I'm trying to calculate my stop loss using ATR length. So I'm using ATR, so ATR length of 14 on a multiplier of 1.25, and I also have some other variables here. So started with 100,000 pyramid. We can have up to 3 trades going from the first one. On this one's so there it is. And yeah, so since the strategy is using EMA crossing, I have 2 alerts here. One for, this is by a strategy that I used to doing a back test and forward testing. So currently we have a forward testing going, which we enter a trade here after the EMA testing and retest. So we don't just want testing, we want to enter a trade when there's a retest of the EMA. When the fast EMA is above the slow EMA and it's retested and it doesn't close below the slow EMA, then we want to take an order. So we have a cross right here, first condition met, and we have a retest of the fast EMA right here, second condition met, and so now we took an order right there. And this is a condition, so we took another ID, and our stop loss is 1.5, our ATR multiplier. So we got in here and we came down couple pips and we got kicked out, and then wait for the next re-entry. EMA got tested again, we got in here, and since it hasn't gone down, we're now going up. And so that's why this current trade of buy 697 is currently still going on, and it's in floating profit of 9,000 now. And if we go to a list of trades, we'd see that we entered the trade at 20, which is 8 p.m. It's 8 p.m. So we got in at 8 p.m. and our exit is, we're still open and we're up $8,000 right now. So there is that trade. And also what I'm doing now is the purpose of testing this strategy, and it's been very profitable, is it has too many losses, which is what I'm trying to avoid. A good area would be where the losses are compounding. Is these are the areas that I'm trying to weather out. I may need to tweak the code, but to avoid these areas would be great when there's no movements. So when the market is not moving, when it's uptrend, downtrend, uptrend, downtrend, and what is the term? I have forgotten. And the market is stagnant? No, it's not stagnant. That's just a term I've forgotten to use. But in these zones are where the losses came from, So avoiding these zones is what I'm trying to do manually. But I still have these alerts. So I have one alert that, whenever the criteria say take the trade and it's active. And I also have a manual, if I can show you these alerts, right? I have two alerts that are currently active. One is to let me know that, okay, conditions have been met and the trade has been taken. And the next is to let me know when the conditions are met. Because what I'm trying to avoid is sometimes for example, in this scenario, the EMA is crossed here, but we did not enter the trade until we got the retest. So this alert for the EMA crossing will just let me know that there's a crossing at this point right here. Then I can decide to enter a trade manually on my FXify funded account and then just let it run instead of wasting all these pips. There's a retest here, but I did not touch. So instead of wasting all these pips, you could have collected, and then if you were accumulating, you could have collected, huge profits from here. And when did the EMA recross to here, to this point? So that's now almost a 9% risk to reward over how many days? So yeah. So avoiding these zones where there's too many crossing is what I need to filter manually, but I need to code it, put it in code so that the program is adjusted to filter out these zones and not take these zones when the crossing is choppy. And I don't know if you've realized this is another zone where we could have potentially gotten a trade and the EMA crossed, but since we were waiting, since the strategy is waiting for a retest, we only entered right here and polishing. So in this case we could have gotten in here. If we had the alert, we have gotten in here, but I'm still refining, so there are things I need to do which I'm trying to do manually. And this would have been a beautiful trade if I would have gotten in there, and that is 11 risks to reward. But I got in here, I got in multiple with my ATR multiplier. I got kicked out multiple times, kicked out first time, kicked out the second time, and the third trade was actually successful, which rode all the way and I got kicked out here. So that's what I'm doing with my FXify account. Since I was trading manually and I'm almost at the brink of blowing the account, and so I decided to create this strategy to help me, and now the strategy is working, as I can see. So now I am entering my trades manually from these notifications, and manual entry means I would avoid choppy zones like this, so that is good. And what I'm also doing, and since I have two accounts, one with FTMO, my FTMO account is also taking this trade. So this trade that I'm currently in with this position right here is for my FTMO account, which I can open and see where we're at. So if I go to MetaTrader, and I did enter the trade on FTMO on my there's a trade going, and currently we are in profit, $97 since I entered, and where I think I bought a single share. I bought a single one lot, and we're up $100. And what I want to do right now is, we have broken above this zone of choppiness, and you've entered a trade. Once I get a close above this zone to let me know that okay, we're in, then I'm going to multiply. I'm going to get into more positions for the FTMO section and trade on MetaTrader. So once this candle closes to let me know that okay, we're bullish now, then I'm going to add these positions on MetaTrader from 1 so that the account can go up. And currently on this account, if I go to the history, we've taken 3 trades on multiple currencies. We have S&P 500. We've taken 3 trades on S&P 500 and they've all lost. So I'm only going to focus on trading gold now, and we took a 1 gold trade today earlier, and we made $400. This is a trade right here. It was a sell position from here to, and we closed here. And it gave us $400. So but yeah, and that position was closed. So I'm gonna enter a new position on gold, and this time we're going strong. The stop loss is, we can put the stop loss right. Let me find when I can put my stop loss. Put it here. Okay, that is 46.65. There we go. And I'm going to buy this position. Let's see if there's any retracement on this candle. The 5-minute time frame, we're doing well. Okay, 46.67. And yeah, so I'm gonna buy. Now we're in 11 shares. And we're risking $2,600. $2,600. And we're still on phase 1 of the FTMO challenge, so we need to make a profit of 10%, so 110,000. So yeah, those are, so we had a second trade entry right there. The 2 trades that we're in right now. I'm just gonna let it run and see where we're at. And I'll keep documenting, I don't know, maybe daily or weekly vlogs, just weekly documentation, solely using this trend, because it's been consistently profitable. And if I can weather out some of the losses in the no trade areas, the no trade zones that are choppy like this one, I think we can become consistently profitable. So that'll be all for today. See you next time.